This looks like a legit car commercial, but it's 100% AI. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I made it, step by step, using Higgsfield's new Cinema Studio section. Just a quick disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Higgsfield. They didn't ask for the video and had zero input on what I'm about to say. I'm sharing this workflow because I genuinely think it's impressive. First thing you need to do is head over to Higgsfield AI. At the top, click Cinema Studio. And down at the bottom, you'll see two modes, image and video. On the image interface, you have the following items. Your first selection is batch size. And that's just how many images it generates at once. Just remember, more images means more credits. Next is resolution, and you can go from 1K up to 4K images. Next is the camera and lens selector. This is one of the features that makes Cinema Studio feel like it was built for filmmakers. You can pick from a variety of cinema cameras, lenses, and focal lengths. To put this in context, in the real world, these setups can cost an absolute insane amount of money, requiring a full crew, location, lighting, permits, the whole deal. With Cinema Studio, you're actually auditioning looks inside of the AI in seconds. And yes, before someone types it in the comments, it's not a perfect one-to-one simulation of the real thing. But it's still insanely useful because it lets you explore the language of cinema cameras and lenses very fast. And honestly, at the pace AI has been moving, I don't know how much longer we have before it gets even closer, which is exciting and yet also kind of terrifying. The next thing you'll see is your prompt box, and that's where we paste our prompts. And right next to that, you have a place to attach a reference image. You can upload your own image, or once you have generated an image inside of Higgsfield, you can reuse it as a reference for future prompts. After you have generated an image, hover over it and you'll see more options. You'll have the option to use it as a reference image in your next prompt. And you'll also see animate, and animate lets you send that image into the video prompt section as a start frame or end frame. Another cool feature is that when you hover over an image, there is also a drop-down that defaults to in-paint. If you click that drop-down, you'll see multi-shot. Multi-shot generates 9 different cinematic angles of your idea in one go. This is the fastest way to explore coverage, like generating a mini shot list instantly. When your multi-shot is finished rendering, you can individually pick the images you like and upscale them for a higher quality. You can also download individual lower res images or download the entire grid as one image. Back on the main page, if you click on a regularly generated image, it opens up into a new page. On that page, your prompt will show up in the upper right-hand corner with a copy button. And you'll also get your metadata info such as your camera, lens, resolution, and size. From here, you can download the image or delete it. And at the bottom, you also have an edit option. Moving on to the video section, you've got start frame and end frame options. A quick tip here is that if you select both a start and end frame, you typically won't have access to the movement controls. But if you select only one or none, then you'll get the full movement section. Movements are how you control your shot like a pro. You'll see movements such as static, handheld, drone, dolly in, and more. And they even show a little preview animation so you know what you're choosing. And then you have a duration option which comes in 5 seconds or 10. You have the option to turn sound on or off. There is also a slow motion button. And then finally batch size. Once your video is generated on the main page, you can click it and it opens up into a new page. And just like the image one, you'll see your prompt show up in the upper right-hand corner with a copy button, and you'll also get your metadata info. And finally, you'll have the option to either download it or delete the video. Now that we've covered the Higgsfield interface, let's go back to the beginning of my workflow, which is prompt crafting. So the first thing I would do is ask ChatGPT for a must-have car commercial shot list. Our next step is to generate our hero car or use an image if you have one. And now using ChatGPT, I'll upload pictures of our hero car and then I'll ask it to create an image prompt like the following. A bright blue 2-door sports coupe driving downhill through a California canyon road, approaching an overlook where the landscape opens up to the Pacific Ocean. Now, this usually gets you a solid base prompt, but this is where a custom GPT comes in very handy. In this project, I used Brainstorm Chaser. It's a custom GPT from River Cody. For the price of a few coffees, it's basically a cinematic metaphor prompt generator that's really good at producing optimized Higgsfield style prompts. Because you can feed it something super simple, like this car going down the California canyons, and it will output a more cinematic production style prompt with details that actually sell realism. And keep in mind, if you attach your environment and hero car images, it'll get even better. So once you've created your image prompt and then generated it in Higgsfield, you can go back to this custom GPT and ask it to write you a video prompt based off of your image prompt. Now, even though AI has come an insane distance in a ridiculously short amount of time, it will still get things wrong. It will hallucinate and it will drift. Sometimes when no prompt was entered, it actually gave a better result. So if you're watching this thinking, what's the one perfect prompt? That's not really how it works yet. The workflow is closer to real filmmaking in the sense that you plan, you test, you adjust, and reshoot. Except here, reshoot means generating another batch and refining until it locks in. If you're going to use the Cinema Studio section, expect to use your credits.
There you go. Give it a gas!
Be sure to hit the like button and drop a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.